Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of PGR4 Platinum Playthrough. And we only went up one rank in the last episode. I think we went from 18th to 17th. Things are getting a bit more competitive and a lot of points needed to go up positions. But we'll still chisel away at these competitions. So what have we got to do next? We have a qualifier for a major. But if your rank isn't high enough, you'll need to post a lap time. So I'm not sure if we need to do this, so we'll see. And yes, we do. We do need to do it. I'm not sure what rank you get to where you don't need to do a qualifier lap. That will be interesting to find out. But we've used all of these cars in D class for the qualifier. So which location is it in? It's in Quebec. Quebec. So let's have a look what we've got here then. M5's average. The Mitsubishi FQ is a very good car. And it might be quite good for that, for Quebec actually. GT40 is a bit strange to drive on this one. There's a couple Aston Martins that are good as well. The Arcade Coupe is good. 355 is not bad as well. I mean, there's lots of different cars to use here. I might go for the Evo. Japanese Sports Pack. Although the Aston Martins are good as well. Depends what is in the American Knockout. I'm going to go for the let's go for the Mitsubishi. I quite like this car, FQ400, and we'll see what else we've unlocked with that pack. Wasn't even that many kudos, to be honest. Japanese Sports, there's only 3. Oh no, what did that say there? Oh, 3 Toyotas plus a Mitsubishi. So we actually get the GT1. Not brilliant in the A-Class, but, you know, it's worth unlocking. The Supra is also not good in E-Class. And the Toyota 2000 GT we won't even use because it's in the G-Class. So we literally just bought that pack for the Mitsubishi. We can maybe try the GT1 on one of the circuits. We'll see. See where we get to. But let's go. Where is Mitsubishi? Only available in one colour. Right, hot lap. 57 seconds. Hopefully, this should be quite good on this. The Aston Martins would have been a good shout as well, one of those two. I mean, to be honest, even that Rocket might have been alright on this. But his top speed is awful. Whoa, okay. Yeah, this is a little bit different to drive than the that Radical in the last episode. Let's get used to this car. Alright, I've got 3 laps to try and do this. Right, 3rd gear seems kind of comfortable in these sorts of corners. Can stay in 4th gear around there as well. And around there. Keep changing down. Going from A to D class is quite strange. Yeah, this this does not break what I was used to. The brakes on that Radical SR9 were ridiculous, so I need to remember I'm actually in a normal car now. Well, normal-ish. Yeah, that's a bit better around there. That was a bit slow, to be honest. Right, a bit better around here. I need to find 2 seconds, though. But at least I know I can leave it in 4th round here. Oh, just save that. I mean, I think that was 3 seconds quicker, that said, or maybe 4 seconds. That brake much earlier here. I mean, there's no drama with this car. It sticks to the road like hell. And that was 4.5 seconds quicker the second lap. Just a slight improvement. But again, with these qualifiers, there's no, like, congratulation music afterwards. I wonder why they've taken that out. but we qualified. Right then, so major championship and 3 events, so we could possibly do 2 championships in this one. And there's 2 street races and a one-on-one, so this Mitsubishi will do the job, I think. Right then, what other cars? We have got an Aston Martin in, and I couldn't see in second place there what that was. Probably should have looked at the car list, really. But we get an awesome start. 427's having a bit of a difficult time off the line. And there's a few cars in the way. And I'm in the complete wrong place to go around that corner. We shoot up into 3rd place. And there's not that many laps on this. So this might be a short championship compared to what we're used to. Oh, the target is 2nd place though. So it's one of these knockout ones I forgot. Hopefully I can get used to this properly. That was alright around there. Very close to colliding with the barrier. Just like that. I mean, it grips like hell, but it does understeer quite badly. Again, I'm still used to that Radical SR9, so I might be doing this a bit of injustice. Taking that nice low, slingshot past. That sounds like the V8 Vantage. Again, I can't tell them apart, the Vanquish and the Vantage, just from the looks. Especially when they've got the, haven't got the Aston Martin colours on them. That bike's rapid though. Well, the top speed's not brilliant, obviously. The initial acceleration is really good on that, and then we just absolutely fly past it around there. You can see it's much better around there. And we've just done, I don't know if it's exactly the same track, but it's very similar to the one we just did. So even though there's only 2 laps, obviously it takes ages to do them in D-Class. I probably could have stuck in 2nd round there. You can still hear the bike. Yeah, it's fairly identical to one of the circuits we've just done. But at least we're getting a little bit of a lead now. Again, we only need to come 2nd, to be fair. I'm turning in so late in this every corner. And yeah, we can fly through that bit because this car's not quick enough to gain some air. Oh, I did alright through that one, and then again too late on the brakes, too wide. That's better through there. I'm surprised that wasn't a good corner, or great corner, or whatever the thing is. And there's no point getting kudos in the in these majors because it doesn't add to where you are on the leaderboard. I mean, you do keep the kudos, obviously, but it's quite negligible, really, in the grand scheme of things. And I'd rather not risk spinning out, to be honest. Yeah, this is pretty nice to drive, this. I think it's it definitely lacks top end compared to a lot of the other cars in the class. But its cornering and its acceleration is pretty good. And obviously we get that launch off the line, which does help in street races because we can get ahead of the AI much sooner. Oh crap, went a bit too heavy into that corner. couple corners to go. Again, we're in Quebec though. I mean, we've literally just been in Quebec. We've barely been in Las Vegas. Is it just the higher championships are all in Quebec for some reason? In the Americas? I think we've had one... oops, just skip that. Didn't even get time to see it. Yeah, we've only had one championship in Las Vegas. Very strange. Right. Only 4 players in this, and it looks like we started first. So, quite happy with that. And there's 2 bikes and something else, but I can't see what it is. But we get a kudos bonus just for being in first place, for some reason. And that must be... is it the Sledgehammer, possibly? Or is the Sledgehammer C-Class? Can't remember. No, this is Sledgehammer C-Class, isn't it? But that had a terrible start off the line, whatever it was. But, I mean, there's no drama now that we started first place. The only negative is you don't get all the kudos for overtaking everyone. Because you do get about probably 1,500 if you start in... well, if you start in 8th and overtake them all. I'm not sure about if you start in 4th. But you do lose out on a few. Ah, oh, bugger. I remember this bit. This is the bit I like. Chicane section. Oh, these are quite short laps, actually. Taking that fairly well. That was alright as well. No great corner, though. I'm quite looking forward to getting to the arcade mode side of things. I think there's 10 chapters to do in that, and they've got a few events in each chapter, so there's quite a lot of content in this game, even offline. Because, I mean, what are we, ranked 17 or something now? And God knows how long it's going to take from this point to get up to rank 1. But there's probably going to be a lot of championships between now and the finish. And obviously, once I'm rank 1, we shall go into arcade mode. We can only use the cars we bought, though, so that's why it's good to do the campaign first, the career mode. Oops, I don't know how that didn't lose my kudos then. But yeah, I'm expecting that arcade mode to be fairly hard on some of the events. But it might be similar to the to the World Tour. And good news is we can just restart what we like, pick any car for any event. So that's going to make things easier, because the difficulty is really hard. In the Gotham Career, where you have to just pick a car you think will do well for the entire of the tracks and the types of events, can be a bit more challenging. And it does mean you stick away from certain cars as well. Like I said, that rocket car with the top speed of, like, I think it's 120 or 130 miles an hour. That's just shocking, isn't it? Can barely be used in any types of events that aren't really small circuits. But yeah, this championship, or whatever it is, major, should be quite short, hopefully. The last one's only a one-on-one, so I'm not too worried about that. And a great corner to finish things off. There we go. I think that was only a 3-minute race, that one. Much shorter than we are used to. And we've qualified for the final, which is a one-on-one. Right, who's the lucky bugger we're against then? Audi R8 again. I'm sure, because we've done this major before, I'm pretty confident. And I think it was the same thing as before. Same car we were against. Oh no, it might have been... Was it an Aston Martin, actually? I mean, it's very similar. We've done, I think we've only done 2 types of majors, one in Quebec and one in, is it Shanghai? But, yeah, we've not really seen many of the other cities. Oh, crap, that was awful. Now, I'm confused whether we have to buy the Nürburgring from the shop or if we can just go on it in certain of these events. Because you can buy the Nürburgring from the shop, but I'm confused whether you even go on the Nürburgring in this game. When we go to Europe and we're in the A class, it might put us on the Nürburgring then. That's my theory. Because we've got London, St. Petersburg, and we've been on both of those. So we'll have to see. Because it might fly us to London after this, or sorry, to Europe. Because we've been in America for a while now. Ooh, get a bit of understeer there. One thing I think they fixed massively from PGR2 was when you went over the curbs on the inside of a corner, you used to go on 2 wheels massively on PGR2 and it stopped you turning, and it makes you crash so often. On this one, they've lowered the curbs down. I think they may have done that in PGR3 as well. So it means you can drive over the curbs on the inside of a corner and not just helplessly go on 2 wheels and crash into the barrier. So they have fixed that. Again, this is about a 2-minute lap, this one. See, went on 2 wheels then, but barely. So I'm glad they fixed that, because that is a pain in the arse in PGR2. It means you can't go too close to the inside of the barrier around a corner. But again, this is comfortable. This car's pretty good in the D class. And we've gone down this straight so many times recently. I'm pretty confident it's going to fly us to the next location after this. Great corner in there. It's nice. You rarely need to go down to 2nd gear in this car unless you crash like that. Quite far ahead now. This is nice. Yeah, the difficulty spikes in this game are crazy. But I guess it's kind of hard to make it completely balanced through the whole thing. With all the different types of events and different cars and different cities. I would like to try and do it. It'd be quite a hard job, I think. This is the only time I go to 2nd gear. It's terrible up that hill. And the finish is around here, isn't it? I mean, we started in 1st there and never came out of it. So this whatchamacallit, championship, major tournament, whatever it is really quite easy. A lot easier than the Shanghai one. The Shanghai one's a little bit harder because it's all time-based, apart from the last eliminator, but that's really easy. So 50 points. Take that, definitely. Yeah, we've definitely done that before because that major trophy is exactly the same. The gold tie is there. And we got 50 points and we didn't move position. 727. 995. So we are catching. We are catching. I don't know if you can go over 1,000 points. That'd be interesting to see. But the next major or championship, whatever we do, we should hopefully go up a position at least. And we'll see what it is. There we go. I knew we'd fly to Europe. So I'm guessing, or hoping, we'll go on the Nürburgring, because that'll be a nice change. And London, Nürburgring, St. Petersburg. So I'll just skip that, because we always see that. 4 championships. And no, that's the UK Masters. Ah, that's on the Nürburgring. The hotshot category. That's annoying. They might come up there on A class or what the Masters side, because there's no point doing that because we don't get the maximum points we could. So that's going to slow our progress. So we will go with this one. So we've got an overtake, timed run, street race, speed challenge. Oh, blimey, this is a long event or long championship, street race, eliminator. So what are the 2? So not too bad. There's just one speed challenge in there. And did we use the Enzo? I don't think we did we? We could use the Enzo potentially. And we've also unlocked these. Ultima we already had. So what was that again? Overtake, timed run, street race, speed challenge. London's not like massive either, so we could get away with a slightly slower car. With better handling, eliminator. Could use the Ultima. Could use either of these. We used the GTO last time. The Joss isn't so bad. I mean, the Enzo's a good shout. Lots of bikes in B class. Not that many cars. Oh, that was a good shout as well. I think the RT12 was really good. Might save the Enzo. Yeah, let's use the. Let's buy the RUF pack because we haven't used a rough yet, and we'll see what we got with that pack. Quite a lot, I think. RK Coupe, the CTR Yellowbird, RT12, Supercar Concept, and RGT. So a lot of decent ones to use. The Supercar's good in there as well. RT12's good. The Yellowbird's a bit power slidey. The RK Coupe is quite good. Yeah, they're all decent. It's a good pack, that one. But we shall use... I'll save the Enzo for a different time. We'll use the RT12. Plenty of colours. I liked it in orange, actually. One of these 2. Let's go with that one. Right then, overtake. And there's a bike in first place and a bike in second place. And the Enzo in third. So, yeah, I'd like to save the Enzo for a bit of a longer track. Because I don't think London's quite suited to it. And this 4-wheel drive should help us out in the rain. At least I think it's 4-wheel drive. Could be wrong, actually. Might be rear-wheel drive. Some of the 911s are 4-wheel drive and some of them are rear-wheel drive, and I get confused about which are which. Or depends what it's based off. This is a 911 turbo, isn't it? The RT12. So actually, it could be rear-wheel drive. I could be telling a lie there. But obviously, the rear-engined, rear-wheel drive Porsches just launch incredibly well. It's a 996 body, isn't it, as well? But of course, we know this track very well from PGR3. Passing a Viper there. Oh, bloody hell. I was doing well up until that point. Is that 2 TVRs just past there? You don't normally see the cars right next to each other in the overtake events. That's a bit different. Oh, flip's sake. I mean, we're really close to that car anyway, regardless of that error. But I would like to get some more kudos. And that is the SLR McLaren. Just have to ignore there. So we're in first place at least. Got a minute left. I mean, some of these overtakes, I don't understand the targets. They're so easy. Sometimes we've only had like 10 seconds left, and sometimes we get like a whole minute. I don't understand how that works. Yeah, this is definitely rear-wheel drive. I was telling a lie with the four-wheel drive. We're getting a good amount of kudos though. We just drift round either side of this long straight. Yeah, this car drifts beautifully. Some cars are just built for it. That's the most I've got out of one combo, I think. And the max is 3,000 just before the time runs out, so that's beautifully timed. This car is very, very good. Very quick, handles really well, and you can slide it really easily. And in the wet, obviously, it's easier. But 18,000 kudos. 1 out of 6 events. And this episode is going to be a bit longer, hopefully around the hour mark again. If I can get the episode to an hour mark and do 2 championships, I'll try and do that. If it's going to go way over, I won't. I'll try and aim for 30 or 40 minutes. But that's one event done. Let's move to the next one. Right, so a 2-lap timed run. This might be a little bit more difficult. 2:53 is the target. Oh, crap. I thought I needed to change gear then. Sometimes you cross the line and the computer doesn't change gear for you. So you've got to do it yourself. And that time, it did change gear and I changed gear at the same time. So that's lost me a little bit of time. Brake too late there, putting it into a slide. Oh, this car is so nice to drive. That's why I kind of avoided the Enzo, because the Enzo's really quick, obviously, but it's a little bit scatty at the lower speeds in every PGR that I've used on it. Yeah, a little bit drifty, a little bit scatty. This one just puts its power down easily. That rear-engined car. And we're ahead here, a second ahead. It's good. And I recognise all these from PGR3, so that's really handy. Although that barrier's changed a little bit, I think. It seems a bit bigger for some reason. Pretty bad corner at the end there, but we're a couple seconds ahead. Oh, that's close. That bit is always really hard to take. The car's bouncing all over the place. Did the same thing as the first lap, just braked too late. And I took exactly the same line through there as well. Not the best line, but good enough. And still 2 and a bit seconds ahead. That was absolutely atrocious, that corner. Don't know what just happened there. Oh, that was close to hitting that barrier. It takes one mistake and then your lap's completely ruined. But we had a little bit of time to play with anyway. And when it says I'm 3 seconds ahead, I'm not sure if it means for this lap or the entire thing. I always get confused which one it means. That was awful, that. Just turned in way too soon. Oh well. 4 seconds, so it was for the entire race, it meant, I think, when it comes up and tells you. So another nice first place there. I'm definitely glad I picked this car. Ferrari Enzo in second place again. So it means he's going to be a little bit closer, I think. Oh no, he didn't come second in the last one. The BMW bike did. So they're quite close between second, third, fourth, but we're okay in first. So event number 3, I think, is next. Right then. Street race time. 3 laps. Hopefully we can be in Nürburgring soon. So I do want to do some events there. Oh, crap. I mean, these guys wanted to come over to the left a little bit, didn't they? And there's actually a couple Enzos in there. Both German by the looks of it, unless one of them's Belgian. So I always get confused when they're on the car, because you can't tell which direction the flag's going very easily. But I've got another RT12 by the looks of it. And I'm not going to get past him here, just wait. He's driving slowly and I can't seem to make a move. You actually get a lot of kudos for drafting, maybe that's a tactic. If I just draft one of them and then do a little overtake and we'll get in first place and get loads of kudos. So a big combo there, and I was on the wrong side of the barrier here. That was nice around there though. Very nice. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. To be honest, I do like London as well. There's not many locations I don't like in the game. I mean, even Macau is very complicated. If I took the time to learn the tracks a bit more, I'd probably like them more. I'd say Las Vegas is probably one of my least favourite, just because it's a little bit boring. There's just the big straights, really, isn't there? And then very square, I'd like to say. But then again, New York is a little bit the same, isn't it? And obviously in PGR3 there wasn't that many cities, so you ended up on New York and Las Vegas a lot. But I mean, this car is just great to drive. Right, I need to be on the left-hand side here, don't I? That was nice around there. I mean, miles ahead now. Could get some kudos. I think it might be 3,000 cut off. Well, I've taken that a little bit better this time. I'm getting more used to the track again now. It is a nice track. It's a nice track, this one. And it's 4,000, it looks like, is the kudos max. So you can do a bit more slippy, slidey stuff. That was so close to hitting the front of the car on that. Slight drift. That must be nearly max now. Christ. 2 wheels there. Right, that should be max. I'm hoping. There we go. So some championships I have no trouble with at all. And we haven't done, though, to be fair, a superstar event or a time versus kudos in a while. Maybe they're not so common in the A and B class cars. But we can see what we do. And I might, just to go on the Nürburgring, I might go in the lower down championship just to see what it's like. Because it would be nice to have a championship on there before we move away from America again, from Europe again, sorry. There we go. Easy. I've got a lot of damage on that side. In fact, over the whole front of it. 19,000 kudos. Lovely stuff. And it was someone else that came in second. It was that RUF RT12. So that's going to mix things up even more on the leaderboard, which we like to see, of course. And there's really close between second and fifth, but we're miles ahead again, so that's good. I think we're only halfway through this, though. It's a long championship again. 6 stages, yeah. Hopefully, this should be fairly quick, though, depending on how I can take these. 435 miles an hour was the target. But again, it depends where the cameras are. And there's probably going to be one around here. Yeah, there is. Well, I managed to just about do that all right. Not good enough, though, in terms of speed. That was all right through there. Not amazing. This is going to be hard, this bit. That's a bit skiddy, isn't it? It depends where this last camera is going to be. I might just restart that because I don't think we've got this. It's on the corner. I'm not going to risk that. I'd like to be a bit closer to the top before we get to the last camera. Right, so I think I changed down to third when we could have stuck it in fourth round here. Oh no, it went over it. Yeah, not good. Yeah, just went over a little bump there, so I need to turn in right a little bit earlier. Was going a bit gung-ho through there. That's much better. Yes, that's what we like to see. Oh, the leaderboard's gone. That's weird. It didn't show me where I was on that. Still in first. I mean, that was quite slow around there, actually, but... Brake early and accelerate out. I keep braking a little bit too late and it just slides around the corner. I mean, that was awful, that, really. But, I mean, comfortable in the end. Now that I learnt the track a little bit. Could have done that last one a bit better, but it doesn't really matter, does it? I only earned 50 kudos on track there. Wasn't expecting a lot. And very nice. And again, they're swapping around positions. The Enzo, obviously, well, the guy driving the Enzo came second that time. So really close between second and fourth now. Fifth dropped off a little bit. But 2 events to go. Not the longest championship, even though there's 6 events. It's going quite quickly. Right, another street race on Her Majesty's Pleasure, which I think is one I'm very familiar with. In fact, it was the first street race we did on PGR4, which I think I've already mentioned. We did a cone sprint in the Bentley, I think, in this. This exact track. In PGR4 is what I meant. Right, trying to not hit people this time. I think you only get kudos when you get into the higher positions for overtakes. Like up to 3rd place, like a podium, I think. And we're doing the bike for pace, but we've got the RT12 ahead of us. We're going to bump into him. No, I just managed to avoid that. Oh, now that water's just completely screwed us both up. But getting those lovely drafting points. And we're going to screw this bit up. Where's he going to go? He's going down this side. Made a very late decision. No. Oh, just lost 700 kudos. Bloody hell. Yeah, I went for a gap that wasn't there. Let's just forget about that one. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, I really wanted to bank all that kudos. I may have to restart. I don't really like coming second, even though we can. I don't think we're going to catch this guy up, or girl. Elizabeth. That was just horrendous around there. I don't know about that water this time. And compensated for it, turned in a bit earlier. I don't think we've got the legs to catch her up with 1 lap to go, 2.5 seconds, unless we do this really well. Oh, nearly did. Oh, bloody hell. I went for it, didn't work. And again, we've got a wet track, which is making things annoying. They love the weather in this game. I mean, it does rain in England a lot. I can vouch for that. So that is realistic. Oops. I killed him. So easy to shove the bikes out the way. Maybe a little bit unfair. Right, I'm in the same position now as before, with the same... basically an identical start to last time, but side by side with them this time. Which is not going to end well through here, actually. In fact, I'm going to back out because I want to go on this side. Right, a bit more smooth through there. At least I can cut around the inside of him. He's going to brake early. Right, that's better. Now, no silly mistakes this time. Oh, that was nearly very good. Just clipping the barrier. Braking a little bit too early on that bit every time. Right, that was perfect down there. Got to turn in sooner because you know it's going to slide like that. Got some clear daylight now between us. And that was what I was trying to do. That was much better through there. And that was nice around there. Getting better at this now. Fastest lap. We love to see it. Oh. Oh well. Could try a big old slide around this next bit. So we have got a bit of daylight. 2 and a bit seconds. That was better time that time. And we just get a slide there anyway. Again with the standing water everywhere. They love it in this game. Water patches, ice patches, you name it. It'll be there. In key areas like here. That was even nicer through there than the previous lap. Oh, that popped up with 2 wheels then, but we didn't get any kudos for it, so that must have been very brief. But first place again. after the restart. Wanted to make sure that was first place there. We could have won that very easily, which we did, obviously. So that's why I decided to restart that one. But a lot of kudos. We're touching on 100,000 again, really. If we can win the next one, yeah, we should be able to get up to there. But the Enzo's pulling away a little bit in second. And I think it may be a street race, the last one. We shall see. And it is, in fact, an eliminator. So, 2 Enzos in 6th and 7th there. And all the bikes at the top. So, there's a potential the Enzos will get eliminated straight away. You can see how much better this rough launch is compared to the Enzos. And that Viper's just slow, so that's going to get eliminated first, I'd have thought, actually. And we're getting chased by the Enzo here. Oh no, I've just seen the water. The other RUF takes a bike out. It's just so crap on this game being on a bike for many reasons. You take the corners too slowly. Or shove him out of the way. Take the corners too slowly and yeah, you can fall off very easily. That's quite nice through there. A little bit lack of control though. Definitely should have been in second round there. That was understeering like crazy. I got a nice corner even though I smashed straight into the wall. Explain that one. Nice little power slide around there. Oh, just hit the inside, but managing to get away with that. I don't actually know how long these eliminators are. Is it 30 seconds per elimination? I'll see when it loads the next one. Oh crap. If so, if it is 30 seconds, it should be about around 3.5 minutes. It is. So the race should be around 3.5 minutes. So that's quite short, really. Nice slide around there. Fastest lap, even though I'm sliding all over the place. I do enjoy this car. It's really nice to drive. We can only get 3,000 in this one. It's definitely linked to the length of the event. Only a couple to be eliminated now. Yeah, that was a bit out of control that time. Did hit the water there, which didn't help things. Awesome. I wonder who came in second there. It is a car, so it's probably either the Enzo or the RT12, I would have thought. It was the RT12 because it's that Elizabeth person. But there we go. First place in all the events, which is always nice. So we'll get over 100k. I can't remember how much the car pack was we just bought. I think it was over 100k, the RUF one. But easy, easy, not too bad. So we should fly up to over 100,000. And the Enzo came in second there. 104,000, great stuff. So 40 points, we'll see what that does for us. Hopefully we go up a position at least. Right, so we won the UK Masters. So what does that mean? We go up 1 position. We're slowly creeping up. So we've got 767. Hopefully they don't go over 1,000. Oh, he is. 1,023. This is going to be a fairly long playthrough because of this, I think. Because even if we get to another championship, 40 points will probably jump up to their 12th or something. But 767 points, so it is under 300. We need to get 200 and something. 260, is it? Possibly, something like that. But to start the next episode, we'll have an invitational in New York. Hopefully, we can win it this time. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one.